when I was teaching English, a big part of my job, I thought, and pretty obviously is the case, that my job was to spot mistakes. Because that's what people who are learning another language want to do, is quit making so many mistakes. And I teased people sometimes as a way of doing it. I would laugh at people, right, because of their mistakes. And that was pretty fucking ridiculous, probably sometimes. But I never picked on anybody that really had a weak ego. I have a tendency to antagonize really powerful people. I really do. And I just want to poke a little fun at Jordan Peterson right now because I think he can take it. His video is called "This is More Serious Than People Even Realize," and he's talking to Rex Murphy, and it is a very good video. But he doesn't ever say what this is. The title is "This is More Important Than People Even Realize." But what is this? That I don't think at any time that they mentioned Bill C-67, I think it's called. And what it is essentially, so, okay, I picked on Jordan a little bit, and Rex, they didn't mention it. Maybe Rex did, maybe they did another part of the conversation. Whatever. Maybe Jordan Peterson didn't create the video. But somebody did. It's on there. That's what it's called. And I think quite a bit of it might be a clip from someplace else. Okay, so yeah, forget all that. So Jordan Peterson starts off by saying that here's the bureaucracy that they're going to create. They're going to create a bureaucracy that looks for racism. And this is going to exist in every school. It's been this way for a long time. A lot of people are employed to ferret out racism. So if they don't find any racism, they have to imagine it or make it up or whatever, or they'll be out of a job, right? So you got like a university campus where, especially like white males are, okay, let's go the whole thing. Okay, straight white males, I bet you on university campuses are pretty, that's a demographic that is probably not that well reflected in the student population, if you know what I mean. There's not that many straight white men in university, and if the ones that exist, boy, they must have a good time. Holy cow. Especially the stronger ones, right? They would be having a gas. Anyway, what are we talking about? Oh yeah, Bill C. So they're going to create a bureaucracy that looks for racism everywhere, and that they're going to be required to like maintain a database on everybody in the school. So there's a file on everybody with their statements or attitudes, or did they volunteer to fight racism and sexism and homophobia and transphobia? Did they do that? Like it's sort of a social credit score. And I think I may have talked about this before, but the thing is that, so like Rex put it this way, so they're going to be a publisher, because they'll publish results about this. They're going to be the judge, jury, and executioner, because once you're fed into the system, you're dog meat. You go in one and you come out the end, and what they will have done is pass judgments that reflect the general attitude, which is that straight white men need to be disenfranchised from their own society. This has been happening forever. But how oblivious would you have to be for the Liberals to push this through again? And I think it's going to pass. The NDP will vote for it. So this is going to pass. They're going to teach even more critical race theory in schools. There'll be judge, jury, and executioner. I think I talked about this before. There's situations where there's no way you could get a fair trial because you don't know who accused you. No right to face your accuser means no right to a fair trial. You might get one by accident, but no, you have to be able to confront your accuser. right? So you're going to have an accuser that can remain anonymous, not just to the world in general, but to you. So how on earth could you defend yourself against a charge when you don't even know what you did or who you did it to? I'm serious. There was a situation a little while ago where one person wanted this job or that job, and so they cooked up a sexual harassment case against this guy. And the guy shows up. I don't think he's allowed to be represented. It's just a university level thing anyway. But yeah, he wasn't really allowed to make a defense. Didn't know who accused him of what. And he lost his job. And the other person that made the accusation got the job. And everybody knows that this is what's happened. That is what happened. And they're seemingly okay with it. Because I don't know if this would be the case. This guy, could have been any race. I don't really remember for sure. But it was definitely a guy, and pretty definitely a left-leaning guy, right? If he's if he's going to university and he's looking for a job that involves these people, he's down with the program, down with the agenda. Hey, Stevie, what's your agenda? Steve Paikin. Steve Paikin is such a good interviewer. It's amazing how low he's sunk. And he's still smart. So what was it recently? So he was on, did NATO provoke Russia? That's probably one of the most important questions right now, right? And the answer is, of course they did. Everybody knows that they did. Hammering out the history on that would be really easy because, like Joe Biden said in 1999, if you wanted a war with Russia, what you do is you push NATO on Ukraine. He said that in 1999, I think. So how does this feed back to the thing with, I believe it's C-67?